I can't get mad at him for something I had issues with as well, you know, because then I would be a hypocrite. But that's exactly how I was in school, you know, like just always talking or like getting in trouble for being 2009 going into 2010. I didn't feel that there was really many women barbers out there, so I just thought it was really cool or different to be a woman barber. My name is Jasmine Silva. I am 33 years old and I live in Tomball, Texas. I know a lot of girls, they grew up wanting to cut and do a lot of things with their Barbies, but I actually found a lot of interest in doing that. So I always knew that I wanted to do something in the beauty industry. At the time, my neighbor was having a garage sale and he was like, hey, you know, you do hair, right? And I was just like, not men's hair. But then that's whenever he gave me the clippers. And so I was like, let's try. So I decided to do my first non-educated haircut on my brother. I did see, you know, back then of how certain guys got their haircuts at school, or even, you know, how my brother would get his haircut. And I kind of figured that I could be up there with the guys one day. So I think that's what inspired me to kind of continue to teach myself more about men's haircuts. So the first shop that I worked at was more of a franchise chain. I did feel a little uncertain on like what I was choosing to do, and it was out of my comfort zone since I was only used to cutting, you know, close friends or family, because I didn't go to school to be a barber. I was only cosmetology based. But once, you know, they put us through their own training program, I started to get more familiar over time with how they ran certain things in their shop. So the second shop that I went to was a actual individual personal owner of his own shop, and I was the first and only girl to work there. A lot of the clients that would go there, since I was the first girl to work there, nobody wanted me to cut their hair for a really long time. Once they saw the type of cuts that I was producing, they gained trust. It took almost a year for me to actually start building a decent clientele and making some type of money again. I'm 23. This was 10 years ago. I was partying a lot. I was just doing a lot of crazy stuff that I knew, you know, like, I knew I shouldn't have been doing. That was when I had my car accident, and I think that was the hardest year of my life. Physically, mentally, emotionally, financially. I didn't know how my life was gonna go after that. I felt like I was finally reaching a happy point at my, you know, in my career. So getting into my car accident definitely, it gave me nothing but time to think. Looking back at that person, I really feel like that's the person that I do it for. I had a spinal injury, so I wasn't able to stand without a back brace or actually even work at all for 3 months. And then when I came back, I did lose pretty much all the clientele that I had built. And then one of the barbers there asked me, or he decided he was going to open his own shop. And that's when he asked me if I wanted to go with him. And I was like, sure, you know, like, let's just go. I was just reposting my work, constantly keeping up with pictures, just getting more content and trying to build a name for myself. That way I could build that trust between the people that didn't know me. I had already been working at this shop for 3 years, full time. Before I found out I was expecting a baby. Cameron is my son. Cameron is a personality replica of me. He's loud. outgoing. He loves sports. He loves football the most.
Love you, okay?
I love that he's very joyful. Eric has played a huge part in everything. Like, he's supported me in everything that I wanted to do. Anytime that I'm having a bad moment or I even feel some type of self-doubt, even when I wanted to sell myself short, he didn't let me. But I also have a very supportive family. My mom, my siblings, I feel that they've played a huge part in everything as well. But that support system, it means a lot, especially when you're trying to be self-employed. They're going to be the ones to push your business. They're going to be the ones to be your first customers. Me having my own shop was me giving it my all and me stepping into fulfilling that goal that I had for myself. And if you're scared of clients, choosing you, or customers or anything, like, where are these people gonna come from? Who's gonna buy this? Who's gonna choose me? Don't think about that, because there's somebody for every business out there. If you love what you're trying to pursue, go for it. Work is already hard, life is already hard, so why not, pursue something that you love?